What is up, guys? I'm Calamari, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a simple scene in Blender. So first things first, we need to delete the default cube, press X, and then delete. Then you click Shift A and add a plane. Scale it to your desired size. So now you want to click Shift, then A, and you want to add a UV sphere. Now bring this sphere up, shade smooth, go over to the modifiers tab, add modifier, click on subdivision surface. Now press 3 on your number pad and get it above the green line, the sphere, because that's where your plane is, and you don't want your sphere to be inside of the plane. Okay. So you grab it over here, or you grab and move it over here. Alright. So now you do Shift A again. You can choose to add another sphere if you want to make it a different size, or you can just do Shift D to duplicate and move the sphere somewhere else. We'll move it right here, and then you do Shift D again, and you could move a sphere somewhere else. Okay, we'll add materials for these later. Now Shift D again for the final and fourth sphere, for the fourth and final sphere. Now you bring it up here, and this is the one that's going to have hair particles. So you go over here to the particles tab, click add. Now you want to click on hair. Now lower the hair length to about 0.5. Now increase the number to about 5,000. Then do simple children and leave it at 10 where it is, and change the render amount to 10. You can change it higher if you want to. So now you can see how it looks like when it's rendered, and you see it does not look that nice at all. So you need to give everything materials too. But first let's focus on this. So you can change the kink if you want to. You can change it to curve. It depends on your choice. I'm just going to leave it at nothing for now. And then go to materials tab, create a new material, and you just make it red. If you want, you can change the principled hair BSDF, but I'll just leave it at principled BSDF. Now you can check to see how it looks when rendered. See, it doesn't look that bad. You can change this lamp to any lamp that you want, but I'd recommend changing it to a sun and lowering the strength to about like 4. You can move it to where you think is the right spot. So for this, we will be rendering the cycles render, but you can preview your animation in Eevee. But let's just see how it looks like in cycles. If you're using a GPU, make sure to change it to GPU compute. Okay, now you can change it back to Eevee. Now you press number 3 on your number pad, and you move it down to the ground. It might be a little bit stuttery / laggy when moving the hair around. Okay, so now you can add materials to all the other objects. You can add a reflective material to the plane. You can just leave it white and put the roughness all the way down. And if you want to get a better preview, or if you're using Eevee, just turn on screen space reflections. Also, you want to turn on screen space refraction, and you can turn off half risk trace if you have a more powerful computer. Alright, so our first object will be a reflective object. So you go over here, create a new material. You can make it whatever color you want. I'm going to make it blue. And you just lower the roughness all the way down. So now I get a nice little reflective ball. Next, you want a material with refraction. So you can go over here, and you can change the base color to whatever you want. I'll just leave it how it is. You turn transmission all the way up, and turn roughness all the way down. Make sure to turn on screen space refraction so that it refracts light. Alright, so the glass is looking good. You can change the color to whatever you want it to be. Now you can make this one, you can make it a diffuse object, so it's gonna have a diffuse shader. So you just click new, you change it to any color of your choice, and you can leave it like that, or you can choose to give it like subsurface scattering. So you go over here to subsurface scattering, and you can change the color to what you want it to be and all that. I'm just gonna go to the principal BSDF and make it a diffuse material, just like that, and you can tone up the roughness. Now you want to set up your camera and change the background. You can use an HDR, or you can just tone up the color a bit to make the scene a bit brighter. I'm going to preview it in cycles just to see how it looks like. It's looking fairly well. You can switch back to Eevee, or you can keep it in solid mode. Alright, so now you want to position the camera in a good spot. So you find a nice area, you do Control, Alt, number pad 0, and then you press N, go to View, lock camera to view. Now you can position it to wherever you want it to be. Now you can see how it looks like in Cycles Render. Looks fairly good. And you're pretty much done now. You just want to change it, so you can leave it at PNG, or you can change it to any of these other formats. And then you can choose a file and all that. I'll just keep it at my desktop and I'll name it Simple Scene. Then you click accept. And now, basically, you can make it an animation if you want by moving the camera around, or you can leave it the way it is. So basically, you can just, you can turn on denoising, or you can crank up the sample count. Depends, because there is going to be a lot of noise. Alright, so now you go to the camera, click render, render image, and you're basically done.